Understand there's 74% from the IEBC portal, but what we're seeing right now on our screens isn't quite reflecting the same, and I think we have the right person to give us some clues on that.
That's right. We'll also delve deeper into that conversation with our guests, but for now let's bring in NTV's Dan Mwangi. Dan, you can also give us a bit of insight into these statistics that are coming in. What can you tell us?
Well, one of the things that we've noticed that has been a point of conversation across the day is about the voter turnout. And so we're monitoring what the voter turnout will be at the end of the whole process. And we want to see in the context of the other elections, the 2013 and the 2017 elections. So we're going to look at what the voter turnout was in 2013. That was the election in 2013. And so the registered voters in 2013 were 14.35 million. The valid votes were 12.2 million, and the turnout was 85.91 million. So we had a significant voter turnout in 2013. Now we came to 2017 and we had more voters registered. We were at 19 million, 19.6 million, and the valid votes cast were 15.1 million, 78%. There's an error on this last one on 2022 because this is meant to be 22 million in terms of the registered voters. So we're still waiting for the figure on the valid and the turnout and the turnout, because that will be given after all the data is done. Pardon us for this error. But now we also have another graphic to look at, which is going to give us what the IEBC has said so far in regards to our turnout. Now, as at 12 p.m., As at 12 p.m., we were looking at 30.65%. The IEBC said that 6.567, about 6.6 million people had voted out of the total registered voters of 22.12 million. That's 30.65% as at noon. As at 4 p.m., those who had voted were about 12 million, which is 56%. And now, these figures, according to the IEBC, excluded those who underwent the physical registration. So those who had issues with the KIMS kit registration are not factored into this 56.17%. And so that means that to get the total figure, we have to now wait for those who were registered, who went and voted between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. when it closed, or whatever hour it closed, depending on the different stations, because some had the time extended owing to various factors, depending on, such as either they opened early, or by the time 5 o'clock clocked, there were still people in the queue. So if, for example, I was coming to the NTV studio polling center, as long as it gets to 5 p.m. and I'm already inside the precincts of the venue, then I would be allowed to vote, and that means the voting would stretch beyond 5 p.m. So all those, let's just say, typical Kenyans, last minute guys, as well as those who are on the physical registration platform, are not included in this percentage. So let's see whether it's going to get to the point of, which some say may not look realistic, but get to where we were. 2013, it was at 84, I mean, in the 80s in terms of percentage. The last election, and we're talking about the first election, not the repeat election, because those are different. The first election is a better statistic to look at when it comes to this, because it was the one that did not have any concerns about boycotting and the likes. It gives us a more generic kind of figure. Now, we now look at what Mark has mentioned about. Now, we have the website that we are monitoring, that is elections.nation.africa. We are seeing so far, this is Raila Odinga is at 160,069 votes.